In this lesson, I'm going to show you how you can spice up your chord progressions using scale tones from the major scale. Alright, and this lesson really requires you to know your scales well. Okay, but of course, we are not going to study lead guitar where we look into scale shapes and stuff. I've already given you a simple way to learn scales in the beginning of the chord foundation lesson. That is to build your major scale on one string. Right? Remember, in the C major scale, we build the scale C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Alright. Today let us build the G major scale. Alright, the G major scale notes are G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and G. Alright, to play chords with fills from the scale notes, we need to start building our scale from the first string, because that is where it gives us the melody notes to move around. Alright, so if you were to build the G major scale on the first string, we have to look at what is the first note. The open string is E. Alright, E. And we'll build the G major scale starting from the E note. So we have E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. Alright, so whatever chords we play in the key of G, we can actually fill them with these notes that is on the first string. Alright, so let's try this. G, we have G major 7, G at 9, G6 with an open E, G major 7, at 9. C. So now I'm filling up this chord with a C chord, alright, but I'm using the same G major scale to fill. It's just like two guitarists playing, one playing the C chord, the other soloing, and so on. But you are a single guitarist, so you got to fill in the chord and at the same time put in the scale tones. So from G, you notice I'm always playing this note, open E, this note, and this note. Why is that so? Why can't I play all these notes down here? I can, but I can't reach unless I change my chord shape. Alright, so you got to always bear in mind, okay, how much you can change, how many notes you can play, or varieties of notes you can play depends on your knowledge of the scale. Alright, if you know your scale inside out over one string, you can play the notes here when you're playing one shape. But if you know your scales on 2 or 3 strings, then you got more varieties and more options to use. Alright, so let's move on to learn the G major scale on the second string. Alright, the second string starts with a B, so we have B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D. Alright, and the third string major scale is a G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, and so on. Alright, so what we can do is let's just take the progression. See what I'm doing is I'm hammering on this G to A. So okay, you get the idea? Alright, try to experiment around. Alright, you'll find that as you begin to learn, as you begin to be able to do all these stretches to get all the different notes, what you can do next is to change the chord shape. What I can do is here, G, C, I do just now? This is a C chord. If I move it up 2 frets, it becomes a D. Again, open chord concept. I'm opening up the 2 strings. Alright, so G, so this is just what I can do based on this shape by limiting here. Now, recalling what we learned in the open chords earlier on, okay, we can also do this. Move along horizontally. So you can just pick a 1-4-5 progression, for example, in your prayer meeting. Create something like this, pre-worship. We worship you, you are deserving of our worship and prayer. We worship you, Lord. Basically, I have no idea of what I want to do. I'm just basically moving down, improvising at this moment. Okay, I'm not saying you should do that when you're playing in a prayer meeting. Never do that. Okay, never experiment in a prayer meeting or worship. Okay, but this is what I'm doing. Okay, just as a practice to figure out new stuff, new sound, and things like that. Alright, so I hope you get the idea. Okay, first what you do is you learn the note, all the major scale notes on one string. Try to learn it on second and third string if possible. You don't have to go all 6 strings for now. Right, then put in the chord that you want to play, the chord of the scale that you learn. So if you learn a G major chord, a G major scale, you know that you want to play in the key of G. So start with the G chord, do something around with it, find a chord progression, see how you can fit in all these notes. Alright, because the general idea if you're playing lead guitar is, if you have a song written in the key of G major, you will solo or improvise in the key of G major. So you'll play the scale notes in the key of G major, and so on. Okay, of course there are deeper things, but we are not going to touch on that. Alright, what you can do is also in the key of C, for example. Alright, I believe you are familiar with this C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Alright, build it on the first string. E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, you can do something like this. C, major 7. You see, these are the things I can do. So experiment with it, alright. But the important thing about this lesson is you've got to be able to play or to be able to see all the notes on the major scale on one string, alright. Because if you can see horizontally, you have no problem connecting it horizontally. Okay, and one of the most headache or one of the biggest problem that a beginner guitarist or even those who are in the intermediate level is that they are so used to playing in one position, they dare not venture out into something else. So by learning this, all the notes on one string, it actually kind of forces you to want to move out. Alright, and in fact you should move out to find a different sound every time. Alright, that is how newer and better songs are written, by moving out. Alright, if you still have the mindset of the 60s rock and roll era, then your songs will always be 145, tell Laura I love her, that kind of stuff. Okay, so experiment. Alright, try new things again, let your ears be the judge. Alright, So I hope you get something out of this lesson, and we'll move on to the next one.